Okay, welcome back to LynwoodCoasters, how to make a great park. This video I'm going to show you how I made a pair of dueling wooden coasters to add in. I have to tell you that when I first started this dually project, I thought that it was going to be a wonderful thing, and after I built them I realized that I had this huge coaster with two of them and lots of supports is taking up all the room, and you're not going to be able to see anything through it. So we'll see if we keep this or not. But anyway, I have to turn off the support switch so I can see what I'm doing. One thing that I would suggest if you try to do this, make sure you build both the coasters at the same time. So I built one, and then 2 weeks later I tried to build this other one, and kept looking around trying to figure out what I was doing and seeing through everything. I'm going to wind up getting confused on a couple of things to see where I'm at. But both these coasters are rated a little over 8 in terms of excitement and about 8.5 for intensity, and I think the intensity is higher because they twist and turn so much inside themselves. But when we get done, you'll see we've got two coasters that run, you know, at the same time as each other. It's like right here, I'm trying to get to the end, and I'm like, oh, wait a second, it's not done yet. So you got to back up and try to remember what I was doing. Anyway, there's going to be enough room underneath this to put a walkway and some other stuff. Keep getting hung up on the scenery there, the mountains. So I was going to call this shootout at the OK Corral and name one, you know, the Wyatt Earp, and one the Tom Clanton, in honor of the fighters who had the big shootout in Arizona. Tombstone. You can see here I had to build that little porch on the bridge because the supports for the coaster were going right down on top of the track. So I made that little kind of a tunnel thing so that you could get I could get something to block the supports from coming down and hitting. They're actually hitting on the path, which isn't normal. It's when you come too close, the coaster wants to drop supports any spot that it can, and it'll even do it on the pass if you're not careful. So that's what that little bridge and stuff is for, is to prevent the coaster from going all the way down and landing on the paths, interfering with the peeps walking through, which will interfere with my movie making. I won't be able to run the camera through there as the supports will be in the way. Besides, it doesn't look right. It looks kind of funny. Anyway, we're about to the end, I think, of this coaster, and what we're going to have is two coasters that run the same path. They're not alongside each other the entire time, but they cross paths several places in the coaster run, which, you know, makes them kind of cool. But it's tough when you use the wooden coasters because the supports tend to get in the way, and I went through many hours of messing around with this, try to make sure that we weren't banging our heads on stuff. Now, one of the things that you want to be absolutely sure of, in order to make this work, you have to have both entrances at the same place on opposite sides of the track. You have to make sure that the lift speed is the same, and you want everything on both coasters to be exactly the same, otherwise they won't run in sync with each other. I'm going to go and do a little close-up on this real quick here. you could see by looking at the graph down there on the bottom right, it's coming up here, that you got sink adjacent stations. That's clicked, and of course I use low friction on this just because I want it to be a little bit more fun, and in order to clear some of the rises it had to be low friction so it would get over the tops. So make sure when you do it that both of those things are the same on both coasters. If you change the lift speed on either one of them or anything else, they won't run in sync. So let's try them out. Don't forget that I'm running at a little over normal speed here. Turn the camera so I can try to see the other coaster. Now here's a little trick. If you've got a long enough train, you can get away with going up around a curve. The coaster will push the last car up until it grabs the first car again, and then you can climb the hill on a curve. I'm going to show this in another video with Peeps riding it, and we'll be riding it as well when I do the walkthrough to show off the park. Now another thing that you might want to remember that I forgot is build one coaster and decorate both parts, and then you can run the coaster through your decorations instead of having to work through all the supports being in the way. Now I made several hours more video of how I built all of this, but it just gets so intensive. It's really hard to see. It was very difficult for me to do, and it would wind up making a 30-minute video of me building all of this, and I just didn't know if you guys really wanted to watch it. So I got the basics here, and when we look at it on the other video, you'll be able to see what I did completely. So listen, I'm thinking about doing something else next time. If everybody really wants to see more of this park, you need to let me know in the comments section. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing something else on the next video. So anyway, thanks for watching, and be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment.